The president of Carnival Cruise Line says a welder may have started the fire on board the Ecstasy. Bob Dickinson says some employees were welding at a second-deck laundry room when that fire started. This was a scene from inside the ship Monday afternoon. The passenger shot this home video. It shows the chaos that followed the fire. Smoke billowed through the hallways as more than 2,500 passengers evacuated to the front of the ship. Passengers say it took about 30 minutes before the ship gave them the announcement to move. 54 people had to be treated, mostly for smoke inhalation. A 10-member team from the National Transportation Safety Board is now looking into the cause of that fire. It says it's still too early to say what caused it. Fires on board ships like the Ecstasy can be a nightmare for both passengers and firefighters. If fire breaks out on Bay Area waters, one agency is primarily responsible for battling the blaze. BayNews-9's Chuck Johnson tells us about the special tools needed to fight a fire on the water.
When fire broke out on this cruise ship docked at the port of Tampa in December of 1996, Tampa Fire Rescue moved to action. TFR firefighters are responsible for leading the firefight aboard any ship in the port, shipping channel, and surrounding Bay Area waters. They say a fire like the one aboard the Ecstasy is the kind they fear the most.
But it would scare me, sure, because you can only run so far, you can only back off so far. A lot of unknowns. Ships are structurally built very different than houses. There is some similarity to maybe a high-rise with the levels, but unless you've been in a ship and seen it inside the engine room, etc., it's scary.
Firefighters say fireboat number 1 would likely be the first boat to arrive at the scene of a ship fire. It pumps about the same amount of water as a fire truck, 1,200 gallons or so per minute. But it's not the only tool. This is Tampa Fire Rescue's fireboat number 2. It's amphibious, actually doubles as a truck and a boat. And one advantage it has over boat number 1 is it pumps more than twice as much water. Getting the boats to the fire scene is half the battle. But firefighters say one of the biggest challenges in fighting a ship fire, especially at sea, is reaching the flames and, most importantly, the passengers.
You've got a large vessel in the water and we're dealing with small boats that are pulling up next to it. Everyone's going to be in an upper deck and you can't get to them. You've got limited access as far as to evacuate the people and also to board the boat if you do need to board the vessel.
But despite the challenges, firefighters say they're confident they have what it takes to fight fire on the high seas and win. In Tampa, Chuck Johnson, BayNews-9.
Tampa Fire Rescue's fireboats and special equipment are paid for with money collected from a surcharge imposed on ships which dock at the port of Tampa. That way, no taxpayer money is used.